Meaghan Martin.
Alright, and how did you get started in acting?
I got started in acting by doing a modeling show when I was 5 years old, and then an agent came to the show and kind of discovered me, I guess. And I started doing Barbie commercials then.
What was your first acting project?
My first acting project, well, I guess technically it would be the Barbie commercials I did when I was like 5 or 6 years old, but I don't know if having a 5-year-old play with Barbies is really acting. So it'd probably be when I started doing plays in community theater when I was like 9 years old.
Camp Rock was kind of like your breakout role. Did you ever think it'd be that successful?
I never thought Camp Rock would be as successful as it was. I mean, of course I was kind of biased and was like, oh well, it's really awesome, who wouldn't love it? But I never really thought it would be so big, and I'm so thankful to all the fans for making it as popular as it is.
Is it kind of weird seeing yourself on merchandise and having your own doll and all that kind of stuff?
It's definitely weird to have merchandise. I didn't even know I was going to have a Barbie doll, and then somebody emailed me and was like, hey, you have a Barbie doll, and I was a little confused.
Do you own it?
I actually do own my Barbie doll.
Awesome. How would you describe your character, Tess?
Tess is... she's smart, and I guess that would be the nicest word to use to describe her, because everything she does is mean and it's manipulative, but it's all with ulterior motives, and I think that she's also been neglected a lot of her life.
And Camp Rock 2 is going to start shooting later this year. What would you like to see Tess be in that movie?
I really hope Tess is funny in Camp Rock 2. I think that she should all of a sudden be absolutely hilarious.
What would you like to see the storyline of the entire movie?
The storyline for Camp Rock I would want would just be all of us together rocking out, because I love the cast and I think it'd be a good excuse for us to hang out. But I would also not mind a love interest.
And who would you choose to be that?
I would want to be the one who sits in on the auditions and is like, hey, he's cute, he can be my love interest.
And if you could have someone cameo in Camp Rock 2, who would you pick? Anybody anybody.
It'd probably be Jesse McCartney.
He's pretty good.
He's amazing.
You also have 10 Things I Hate About You coming up. What can you tell us about that show?
10 Things I Hate About You is going to be on ABC Family in July, and it's a remake of the 1999 movie starring Heath Ledger and Julia Stiles, and we kind of take the same basic plot and the same basic characters as the movie, but we expand on things a lot more and we switch things around a bit, and we're not trying to be the movie. I think is the biggest thing that I want everybody to know is the movie obviously is a classic and it's its own entity, but we kind of bring a different life to it.
And how would you describe your character, Bianca?
Bianca is very determined. She will do anything it takes to become popular, and I mean anything.
And is there a scene from the original movie that you would love to see in the show?
I would love to have to wear the pregnancy belly. I think that would be so funny.
That's definitely one of my favorite scenes.
Me too.
And isn't Larry Miller the same guy playing the dad?
Larry Miller, who's the dad in the original movie, plays our dad on the TV show, and I love him, and he is so talented.
And you also have music. Obviously, When You Wish Upon a Star is playing on Disney Channel right now, and it's going to be on Pinocchio. What was it like to record that song?
It was very intimidating to record When You Wish Upon a Star because it's such a Disney classic. I didn't want to ruin something that so many people love. So I was a little scared, but everybody seems to be responding to it pretty positively.
And what was it like to make that music video?
The music video for When You Wish Upon a Star was amazing to make. I had so much fun. We were in this house in the Hollywood Hills, and it was very retro, and it was late into the night, and we all just kind of had fun with it.
And you also have 2 songs coming up, one on the Wizards soundtrack and one on Disney Mania. What's it like recording more cover songs?
It's yet again, it's intimidating to cover original Disney songs. There we go. I speak English, I promise. And especially because I did Circle of Life for Disney Mania, which is another huge classic, and I did Magic, which was originally sung by Olivia Newton-John in Xanadu, and I'm a big Olivia Newton-John fan. So that was fun, because throughout my life I've always had people say that I remind them of her, which is the biggest compliment ever. But I'm so flattered when people say that. But it's exciting to me to kind of put a little twist on all these songs.
And when can we expect to hear those? Do you know?
I'm thinking, I was told within the springtime, both songs should be released.
Okay. And you also guest starred on an episode of House, which is one of the most popular shows. What was that like?
That was amazing. It was the longest day I've ever worked in my life. Well, actually, no, it wasn't. But we worked really late into the night. We worked until 4 in the morning. And then at 7 in the morning, I flew to Chicago and did a meet and greet. And then I flew back and went back to set and worked until pretty much 4 in the morning again on House. So it was kind of a whirlwind weekend. But to be on House, it's one of my favorite shows. And I think the cast is absolutely amazingly talented, and they're all really nice people, so that was fun. And it was kind of the same character that I always play, the mean girl who ruins people's lives, but it was still a bit edgier, so that was fun.
And obviously you're not really mean in real life, but is it hard to like play that character?
It can get really frustrating playing the mean girl in everything that I do, but I think that at the same time it's a challenge, because hopefully I'm not like that in real life. So I really get to become a character, and I get to add different traits to each mean character I play, because not all people are mean for the same reasons. So I get to develop these underlying emotional things in my characters, and then it's fun to play Bianca on 10 Things because she's not mean at all. So.
And obviously you're a singer too. Do you have any plans for your own album?
I do have plans for my own album, but it's probably going to be a long time in the works, because I also have 10 Things that I'm working on, and Camp Rock 2, and just with everything going on right now, I kind of put it on the back burner, but it is still important to me, and there will be an album release.
And what kind of style of music would you want it to be?
I want to do acoustic, kind of relaxed, indie folksy pop sound.
Okay. And do you have any advice for young aspiring actors and singers?
My advice would be to not let anybody tell you you can't do it, because there will always be somebody, whoever it is, telling you that you won't succeed. And that, I think, applies to a lot of different careers in life. And you always have to realize that if it's your dream, you just have to have the confidence and the determination, and you can absolutely achieve it.
Hope you don't misunderstand.